Hi.
Hey there, everybody. It's Thursday.
Whew.
Whew, man. Whew. That says it all, people, right there. It's Thursday, and my lovely wife went, whew. That is sound effects for the week. Hi, I'm Rick with my lovely wife, Angie.
Hi.
Together, we are Harmony Vintage, and we do a Thursday show. It's called Insider View. Normally, we show products that we'll be putting in the booth, but we had a special request this week.
We did.
We had a special request from our friend Emma at church.
Hi, Emma.
Hi, Emma. And she wanted to know how these molds work.
Mm-hmm.
So we decided to take some time and show you how they work.
Yep. Sure.
And show you how they work and a finished product. So we're going to be doing a resin mold, and we're going to be doing air dry clay. The air dry clay is an IOD thing.
Yes.
It is available. You want to show them that?
Yes, we sell these in our booths. So
nice.
Sugar Mill and Vintage Marketplace.
Right. 2 booths now. Vintage Marketplace in the corner of Trilby and College in Fort Collins has an IOD booth and a Harmony Vintage booth.
Yes.
We got the t-shirts. How cool are we? And then we are also in Sugar Mill. If you are in the Meade area on the corner of Highway 66 and I-25 is Sugar Mill Antiques and Vintage Depot. They have IOD as well, and all of the spring releases. So
yes.
Let's get to it. Let's show people how these work.
Yeah.
The molds, we're showing them this?
Yes, this is a finished project.
So we just kind of started this today, painted an old frame, did some stamping in there, and then made that, what did you call this look? Academia?
Yes, it's sort of an academia look. Yeah.
You want to explain it?
Sure. Yeah, so we used a couple of IOD products. The stamp set is also one of the new releases. I think it's called Pastiche, but as I've said, I'm really bad at pronouncing them. So it has this cool cloche stamp, and then it also has this cool fern stamp. It actually has a lot of things. There's birds and nests and eggs and cloche or bird cages, but we decided to use the cloche and then put that cute little beetle in there. And I like how it turned out.
I think it turned out super cute. Yeah. If you saw this morning, you would go, wow, that's amazing. What a before and after transformation. Maybe that's what we should do sometime.
Oh, yeah.
Before and after transformations. That would be fun.
Yes.
So, for our friend Emma, I will be demonstrating resin, and Angie will be demonstrating air dry clay. Yes. So we got this. This is not an IOD product. This is a product that is available at Hobby Lobby. It is called Amazing Casting Resin.
I wasn't sure you were going to say it.
It says it.
I know, but I thought you thought it was a ridiculous name.
I don't know. I might make that my first name now. My first name's Amazing. My second name is Rick. So anyway, we got that. It's a 50-50 measure.
And we did measure it by weight. So I think it's a little more accurate.
I'm going to start pouring. You ready?
I'm not going to start until you start mixing.
Okay, so there we go.
So we're mixing part A and part B.
Poured it all in there, and
now he's going to mix.
Stirring it up.
For 30
You're seeing
seconds.
It here live.
So what you're looking for is for your resin to not have any like swirls, so that it's totally mixed up. There's not going to be any swirls. Sometimes it changes color, but I don't think that's a very reliable way to tell. I am not an expert at resin, but I can't tell by the color. Some people can. We're close. We're at 26 seconds.
I have no swirl marks, and I don't think any color.
Yeah.
So there we go. Now I take that, put it in there, and now I'm just going to pour it in here. Which one? We'll go with this one.
That one's so cool.
You like that one?
I don't know what the official names of these beetles are, but this one is pretty. If this was in my house, I would scream. But it's adorable.
They're a little bit terrifying, aren't they?
Yes.
They are a
Well
little
done.
terrifying.
And it may not be perfectly accurate. Yeah, that one's good. I don't know if you have enough. Oh, we were going to try to do this little
You
guy.
want to do this one too?
Yeah, because he's pretty cool too. Yeah, so the one he's pouring right now, or the first one that he poured, looks like this. Isn't that scary? And right now he's pouring this little guy. And he's pretty scary too, but a little bit smaller anyway. You know what I was thinking about
What's
when
that?
I was playing with these? Do you remember those scary beetles in Arizona?
Yes, I do.
I don't know what their name is, but they were terrifying. It's okay if it runs over a little bit. We can snip it off.
You saw it here live. You saw it here live. I think I got it though. So now, how long do we let this set for like this?
So 5 to 10 minutes, and
Okay.
Just let it sit undisturbed. What you'll see is right now it's clear, and I'm not sure what you can see on the screen there, but it's perfectly clear. And what'll happen is when it starts to cure, it'll turn white, kind of the color of the stick.
Wow. Okay.
It'll turn white, and that starts in the center and works its way out. And once it's all the way white, then it's ready to remove from the mold. It's actually,
so this will be ready in 10 minutes.
Yes.
This is 15 minutes start to stop.
Yeah, that one's pretty fast.
Wow, that's pretty neat.
The air dry clay, and also Emma, you asked if the resin has a smell. It does have a little bit of a smell.
Oh, look at it.
Yeah, it's starting.
Wow, can you see that? Yeah, you can. Look at that. That's like magic. It
is.
Wow.
It's really cool.
So that means it's getting hard.
It is. Yes.
Nice. That was pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
I do smell just a slight smell.
It does have a
just
teeny bit of a
real
smell.
bad smell, or not a real small smell. It's not bad.
So in terms of, I don't know, just maybe healthy options, I do like the air dry clay better for that. Although I will say that the resin is a little bit easier to work with because it gets hard really fast.
Okay.
And, so the air dry clay, we're gonna do another mold. This is not a new release. It's called
It's very springy though.
Dewdrop Pond. I know it. I love this mold. I think it's cool. It has a turtle. It has a hummingbird, a dragonfly, a frog, a little ladybug. So cute. Some snails.
Very springy. Happy spring, everybody.
Yeah. And so this is the air dry clay. And please excuse my crackling. I'm going to open this up for a second. And then now with the air dry clay, with the resin, we didn't have to do anything to the mold first. But with the air dry clay, we do want to add a little bit of cornstarch. And I just, I'm going to try this.
Is that a paintbrush?
I'm using a paintbrush myself, yes, because it's a little hard to get into the little parts. One of the greatest things about these IOD molds, I mean, they're super high quality. They're really cute. They have a lot of great features, but the best thing is the detail. There's so much detail in all of these. Yeah, and so that's why I'm using a brush to get the cornstarch in there, because I want to get into all the little details so that the air dry clay will pop out cleanly and it'll capture.
So you're trying to get into all the little nooks and crannies of the detail.
Yes, and there are a lot of them in this fern.
This is neat. This is turning white all over, and it's going from the center. It's working its way out. It almost is like it's filling up with smoke or something.
It is pretty cool.
It's kind of creeping along.
I just kind of tumped that out in the sink so that.
Kind of tumped it?
I kind of tumped it. All right, so now I'm going to use some of the air dry clay, and it is a clay, so you've probably played with Play-Doh. You might have played with clay. I just crumbled a piece in here, so I kind of mush it around a little bit.
You want to mush some?
Yes, will you please mush some for me? And then I just start to press it in to the mold. And one of the other features of of the IOD molds is it's called a micro rim. And that just helps you get a really nice clean edge. I don't know if you noticed when you were pouring it, it was really easy to tell when to stop pouring because you have that little rim in there.
Yes.
Thank you, dear. I maybe should have picked a smaller mold. I could have done a little ladybug, but I got ambitious. Does that sound like me at all?
Biting off more than you can chew.
Are you surprised by this?
Not at all, dear. Those that know you best are all,
Yeah, you picked the biggest mold on the whole thing, but that's okay. So I am just pressing it in here and using that micro rim to kind of help me have a nice, neat edge on here.
Here's some pliable if you want to trade me.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you got that good. These hot hands.
It's a PG show. This is almost white all the way through. It's just right up here where these, I don't know if those are pinchers or claws, whatever those are still.
I know. I think it's really interesting when you watch it here like that, because it seems counterintuitive, like it would go from the small parts to the bigger parts, but it's the opposite. It starts right there in the middle and works its way out.
It's actually quite entertaining to watch it, to be honest with you.
It is.
But yeah. Thanks, Emma, for the recommendation on a show to do. She wanted to see how the molds work. I think they're super fun. They
are, and they make such cute pieces. We were talking earlier this week, it's really fun to make art, but not very many of us are artists. So IOD is kind of a little bit of a cheat, kind of helps you out.
Is when you take a guy like me and in a few minutes, like this is one of the finished products I'm going to show you.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
And you painted that.
I painted it. So you poured it, I painted it. Here's another one. Just kind of look at all the detail in that. Kind of creepy.
A little creepy, yes. And there are a bunch of different designs on that mold. How many beetles are on there?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 different beetles on there. I'll bet you got every bit of 10 on yours over there.
Yeah, so this is a little sloppier than it would be if I were trying not to hurry. I could really be a little more careful and get my back a little more flat, but I have it pressed in here into the mold. Please don't judge me. I know it's kind of messy, but now I'm just going to pop it out. And how I'm doing that, it's better to kind of let gravity do the work for you.
So pliable. Look at that.
Yeah. So it's kind of letting it fall out. And I actually broke it a little bit because I couldn't see what I was doing. But how cool is that?
That is amazing.
That
looks so good.
I know. And so these can just be, the air dry clay is kind of best to work with when it's still wet. So if I were going to demonstrate it for you right now, I would go ahead and glue it on right now, and I would paint it while it's still wet.
Okay.
It'll dry overnight, and you may get a little bit of cracking, and that is a part of the
characteristic.
Yes, it is characteristic. So that's why these are really great to use on rustic looking kind of projects. You could paint it one color and then like
can I just
dark
show
wax.
That in detail?
Sure.
That is insane. Oh, it's soft.
It is still soft.
Look how insanely detailed that is. I don't know if I can get it close enough.
Yeah, it
where
is.
You see how incredibly detailed. Like the ferns have little, the center vein, I guess, and the detail, like right here, it's like magical.
It is. And when you paint it, and add like a wax or something to go down into those details, it looks amazing. Now, what we did on the beetles, instead of adding a wax, a dark wax down into the detail, we used a dry brush to brush on that gold on the top of the detail, and it still makes it pop. It looks really good all together. So
that looks amazing.
Yeah, we're still waiting on these guys. That
just a little bit. This one might be done.
Yeah, let me show. This was the other one that we worked on today. So I just painted up this frame. I added an IOD stamp in the background, these bricks, and then this is an IOD transfer, and then we will glue these on, the beetles on. I'm pretty happy with how that turned out. I think it's going to be pretty cute.
You think this is okay to try?
I would start with this one, the smaller one.
Oh, look at it pop right out there.
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
I've tried taking them out before they're all the way done before, and it's a sad thing. I broke off. See, he's kind of bending a little. You might
stop.
You might want to hold on a second. I broke off a cow's tail.
Oh, I remember really that. The cow's tail incident.
Yes. So I know you're I'm just gonna drink espresso while he does that.
Oh wow. And a race against the clock.
There he is.
Bang, look at that.
Beautiful.
Super
Turned out
beautiful.
So good.
So come around a little bit over here so you can kind of get the detail on that.
It looks
good. Then you paint that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can make your art.
Yes.
There's hummingbirds, there's dragonflies, there's frogs, there's this crazy beetle. So,
yeah.
I mean, that's, if you look at that.
Last year I used
into your kitchen
these.
And saw that would be pretty terrifying.
Oh, yes. Last year I used these on a jewelry box and made it for my daughter for Mother's Day, and they turned out really cute. I think she was really happy with it. For that, I made them a little more realistic with some bright colors. But you could just paint them one color and use some wax.
Bang.
Wow.
Look at that. So there's our other beetle right here, right before your eyes. So Emma, that's how molds work. You can use the amazing casting resin available at Hobby Lobby. This box was, I think, $17.99.
And it actually does do a lot. It's only the second box I've ever bought.
It's still heavy. It still has a bunch in it.
Yes.
The air dry clay works out excellent.
Yes. So this is $11.95, either at Vintage Marketplace or Sugar Mill. So we carry that.
There we go. Anything else, sir? What do you got?
And then the pastiche stamp we also carry at both locations. So
we would paint these and then use them to just accent pieces of art along the way. People use them.
Oh yeah, well, you could use them for a lot of things. People are talking about for Christmas ornaments.
Oh, interesting.
Which I think would be kind of cool. Not probably my style, but there are smaller ones, so you could put them on.
I really want to scare somebody.
You're mean. Don't scare me.
Okay.
I was just thinking how we used to hide that little spider.
Oh yeah, we had a spider and we would hide it back and forth. Anyway,
he still shows up every now and again.
He does. I still have him. Anyway, thank you guys for following us. Thank you, Sugar Mill, for putting out Facebook Live the other day. Had a ton of views on that. Big announcement that we're doing IOD in Sugar Mill now. Mm-hmm. Doing IOD in Vintage Marketplace in Fort Collins, and then have vintage booths in each of them. So Vintage or Harmony Vintage continues to grow, And we thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your likes. Thank you for your shares of your YouTube. Thank you for subscribing. We just appreciate it. Emma, we hope this was good for you.
Yes.
And anybody else that, you know what, honestly, I feel pretty proud of this. Like, this took,
You should.
we're right at 20 minutes. So that was super cool. So
Yeah.
that's it for this week, guys. Love you. Thank you. We'll see you. Love you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.